Introduction. Food, clothes, and shelter are the three basic needs of a man. Man is a social animal, so he likes to live in a group, which helps in developing settlements. Settlements are places where people build their homes. The primitive man lived in forests and depended on hunting and gathering. He used to wander from place to place in search of food. Then he learned agriculture and started leading a settled life. Human settlements means the totality of the human community, whether city, town, or village, with all the social, material, organizational, spiritual, and cultural elements that sustain it. Types of settlements. Settlements are of two types, temporary and permanent. Settlements which are occupied for a short time are called temporary settlements. You might have seen some nomads on the roads. They move to different places during different time of the year and have no permanent settlements. The people living in deep forests, hot and cold desert like Sahara and Ladakh, and mountains often opt for temporary settlements. On the other side, today more and more settlements are permanent settlements. People build their houses according to their choice to live in. Now you must be able to understand the kind of settlement in which you are living. Factors affecting settlements. Settlement. A question of selecting a place of home. When choosing a place to settle, one must look for a place which can fulfill his basic needs of food and shelter. Human settlements depend on a number of factors. Different elements in the environment such as land, soil, water, plants, animals, minerals, etc. affect the human settlement. Climatic factors like temperature, precipitation, evaporation, etc. also affect the human settlement. The influence of the environment on housing can be seen in the type of houses and the materials used to build these. For example, in a hot desert climate, houses are made up of the mud walls and flat roofs. The thick mud walls keep the house cool during the day since the mud is a bad conductor of heat. In regions of heavy rain, the roofs of houses are sloping to allow the rainwater to drain away quickly. In northern Europe, cold regions, houses facing south are warmer and have large glass windows to get the maximum sunlight. Nomads live in tents made of animal skins. Such tents can be quickly set up and removed, making it easy for these people to move. Thus, number of factors influence human settlements. Some of the major factors are physical factors, economic factors, and services, that is, transport and communication. Physical factors. Physical factors include all the abiotic components of an environment, that is, land, climate, soil, and availability of resources. The distribution of population depends upon natural environment. One of the most important factors is land. Generally, mountains and plateaus do not have a high density of population due to lack of basic facilities. Other factors such as cold climate, lack of cultivable land, lack of transportation and communication facilities makes the living hard in mountains and plateaus. The soil of a place also has an impact on settlements. For example, all the fertile plains have high density of population, because fertile plains form the base for agricultural activities. Density of population in the Ganga-Brahmaputra delta is very high due to the fertile soil. Another important factor influencing human settlements is the climate. Climate has a direct influence on human beings. Areas having high temperature and very low temperature are unfit for habitation. Rainfall also affects distribution of the population. Dry areas have sparse population, whereas areas having good rainfall have dense population. The availability of minerals in the region also affects human population. Areas rich in minerals have high density of population. For example, Northwest Europe has high density of population due to the availability of minerals and location of industry. Economic factors. To lead a good life, one needs earnings. For that, he needs resources and opportunities. Economic factors like development of industry, technological developments, urbanization, means of transport and communication have a direct impact on the density of population. Industries attract a large number of workers, which results in the increase in population. Most of the industrial regions of the world are densely populated. Northeast USA and Northwestern Europe have high density of population due to economic factors. Transport. Transport is the mean by which people and goods move. From simple prehistoric rafts to the arrival of supersonic passenger flights, transport has a long history. For centuries, the only way to move around on land was to walk or to use animals as beasts of burden. The invention of the wheel around 3500 BC and the ensuing development of wheeled vehicles revolutionized transport. Also important was the arrival of powered vehicles. With the development of steam engines in the 18th century and the internal combustion engine in the late 19th century, geographically, 3 types of transportation are available in today's world: land, water, air. Land transport includes 2 ways, that is, roadways and railways. Roadways is a major medium of land transport which varies from pathways and unmetalled roads to national and international highways. It is the main medium of transportation over shorter distances. The roads link the fields and farms to factories, factories to markets, and the goods can be delivered right at the doorsteps of the consumers. Roads have a major advantage over other means of transportation because these can be constructed in hilly and remote areas. The distribution of roadways is uneven in the world. A planned network of roadways is mostly found in the developed countries like USA, Germany, Russia, Australia, etc. Transportation has become much easier with the introduction of railways. The first rail route in India was developed in 1853 between Bombay and Thane. At present, India has more than 6,200 kilometers of railway line. All major Indian cities are connected by fast-running trains. Railways are a quick means of transportation and can handle more load as compared to roadways. Raw materials and finished products can be transported from one place to another at a low cost. But railways have a major disadvantage, that it cannot reach at the doorstep of the consumers. Water transport is one of the oldest modes of transport. It can be divided into 2 groups: inland waterways, ocean routes. Rivers, canals and lakes are the main medium of inland waterways. Inland waterways is the cheapest mode of transport and is particularly useful for carrying heavy commodities like coal, iron ore, wood, etc. Inland waterways also cause less pollution as compared to other means of transportation. Amazon, Zaire, Niger, Ganga, Rhine, Danube, Elbe, Mississippi are the main rivers of the world which are used for inland waterways. Oceans provide cheaper and easier transportation. Most of the trade of the world is carried through ocean routes. Major ocean routes of the world are North Atlantic Route, Suez Canal Route, Cape of Good Hope Route, Pacific Route, South Atlantic Route, Panama Canal Route. Air transport is the fastest means of transportation. This is the most suited for transporting costly and perishable commodities. It is a very useful method of transport in mountainous and distant areas where roads and railways cannot be easily constructed. Pipelines are the most recent modes of transport. Pipelines are mostly used for transportation of mineral oil, natural gas and water. Countries like Russia, Iran, Iraq and USA have a dense network of pipelines. Communication. Communication means sharing of information, facts, feelings and expressions, etc. Today we can talk to anyone sitting at the other end of the earth. We can send our messages, pictures, news to our friend, relatives sitting far away from us. All this is possible because of the development of means of communication. The world seems to be shrinking due to the modern modes of communication, which enable us to send messages across the globe in an instant. Today, different means of communication are available to us, like telecommunication, means of mass communication, etc. Telecommunication means the use of technology to send and receive information such as speech, music, pictures, and documents over long distances. The devices that make this possible include telephones, radios, satellites, television, and computers. The forerunner of modern telecommunications was the telegraph, which sent messages by electrical wires. Means of communication like newspaper, radio, TV, computer are also sources of education and entertainment. Through these mediums we can communicate with a large number of people. Therefore, these are called mass media. Radio and television brings news, sports, entertainment and education into the home, so that people can receive all information conveniently. This is important for weather forecasting, especially bad weather, or other dangers like tsunamis, cyclones, etc. It is also important for a government to stay in touch with people. Through internet, we can send electronic mails or emails. Internet not only provides us with worldwide information and interactions, but also has made our lives more comfortable by providing other services such as reservation of tickets for railways, airways, and even cinemas and hotels. We can also shop worldwide by sitting at home.